Hi, Stephen here from Sound of an Ocean Wave, and this is day 25 of the April daily draws. So as we close out the week and approach the weekend, let's see what message we get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Druidcraft Tarot, followed by an oracle card from the Celtic Spirit Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. We have the Six of Wands. I think we've had this already this month. And it's wands again. We've had a lot of wands, I feel, this month, which fits in with the theme of the month, but are entering our creative stage of and maybe we've had ending the week on some kind of success. And we can see that we've done some things that we wanted to achieve this week. We've done some things that maybe we didn't expect to achieve this week. We've seen some growth, we've seen some success, and we can celebrate that and mark that and recognize that. And we may also see that where we may not have quite reached every target, we've made progress towards that. And that in itself is a success. It may not have achieved the ultimate target, the goal that we were after, but if we've made steps towards that and we're nearer to achieving it than when we started, then that in a sense is progress, and that in itself is a kind of achievement and success. We've achieved progress. We may not have reached the goal, but we've achieved progress and got closer to that goal. And that can be celebrated too and marked. So, and the things that we wanted to do that we didn't actually start doing or didn't do at all, we maybe dropped the ball on it, or we just didn't have the opportunity. Maybe this is a timing thing. Maybe that is, the time will come further down the line to do that particular thing. If we just didn't feel that we gelled with it, we were busy doing other things and we didn't get the opportunity, or we didn't feel right, then it's a timing thing. If it's a case of we just couldn't be bothered to do it, we knew we wanted to do it, but we had a lazy day, we had a lazy time, we just chose not to do it. Well, yes, as long as we recognize that was our choice. It's always our choice. And there'll be times when perhaps we don't feel motivated enough. We want to do something else instead of fulfilling that goal, using the time for something else. And sometimes that happens. We're human. And the key thing here is, as long as we recognize that was our choice and we made it, next time we can make a different choice. That still gives us a sense of, I recognize that maybe I made, when I say a wrong choice, a choice is a choice, and it just leads you down a different path, different consequences. Is something going to happen because you put things off, you didn't do it when you could have done it? Don't know. Depends on the situation. But you chose that. That's the path you chose. And then you'll have to deal with whatever arises further down the line. But don't beat yourself up over it, is what I'm saying. It wasn't that you tried to do it and you couldn't do it. You chose not to do it. So it's not a sense of a failure. It's a sense of a certain choice that led you away from doing it, which is a different thing. Was it a wise decision? That's for us to decide. maybe we needed that time. Maybe even though we had the time, maybe it was the time, but we prefer to do something else. Maybe we still need to do a little bit of growing into it ourselves. Maybe that time will, spur us on later when we realize, I should have done it, and that makes us perhaps go at it with more fervor, with more determination to actually rectify the mistake if we made a mistake. But what I'm saying here is that we need to view all these things positively, no matter what what's happened to us during this week. We need to see these things from a positive mindset, even when the times when we just couldn't be bothered to do something. Recognize that we could have if we'd chosen to, and the power is still within us to do it. So even knowing that we have that choice is empowering, and that's how I want us to see it. That's how I think we should see it. Yes, recognize where we drop the ball, but pick it up again, run with it, whatever you want to do with the ball, what we're supposed to do with the ball, depending what sports metaphor we're using. And you get the gist of it. Is that we'll pick it up and we'll get it. As long as we decide, no, now I had my time away from it. Now I need to get it done, and that in itself is success. That's achievement, because we know when to adjust and rectify and do all these things. That's all part of the creative process and achieving stuff. It's not always getting it right immediately. It's the learning, it's the growing, it's the maturing, and making a good decision, even following perhaps a poor decision. That's growth, that's achievement. So I want this card, I feel, is saying to it is just see what you've done and what you're experiencing as growth and achievement, and see it in that light. Okay, so let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. Oh, we have the white stag. We have the white stag. We've not had the white stag before yet this month, so it's a new one. Shape-shifting, support, otherworld. Shape-shifting. We're growing into who we truly are. We're shape-shifting into our true selves, and that takes effort. It takes a bit. Sometimes there's that distortion sometimes in the middle of the transition. And so we will get these things where things don't quite go right, because it's all part of the changing process. Support otherworld. Remember that we should reach out for support where necessary. First of all, we should support ourselves in this by being positive, but also accept support from others, and even from where our belief fits. If we are depending on our spiritual path or spirituality, we can get it from another realm, another spiritual realm. We can get spiritual energy and support to help us through this process. So with the support for ourselves and from others and from other sources, we can get this success that we're working towards. And I think that's what these cards are coming to encourage us at the end of this week. Be thankful, celebrate the successes we've had, and recognize that everything's a process, and a process of growth and change. And you can grow into further achievement and success as we go forward. So I think this is to try and encourage us to keep going, that we're on the right track and things will work out. Okay, that is today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 26. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.